Welcome to Off Grid Victory. So today I wanted to talk to you about avoiding obstacles when felling a tree, because sometimes, you know, there's unique situations like this one that I'm about to show you that requires pretty much precision felling. And so I wanted to show you how I made the cut and the type of cut that I use in order to do something like this. So first of all, this tree was next to this tree, and it probably has the same root base, it's probably the same structure, and it's come up and grown together. Now, unfortunately though, this tree is very leaning, as you can see here. This is I guess the sister tree or whatever. It's very leaning into the air. And in fact, this particular tree that I just fell leaned directly towards my orchard here, and the natural lean of the tree that I just fell is right to that tree. It was right to that tree, almost like its sister, but it was leaning even more, and so I decided to cut it. But if I had just fell the tree down the way that most people do, just with a wedge, that would have hit right there into that tree, and without rope or something to I guess leverage this tree to go a particular direction, I wouldn't have been able to make this fell happen the way I wanted. And in fact, if you look over here, there's another tree that's part of my orchard. This is my new orchard that I'm starting, that it could have potentially fell into. And so yeah, I wanted to get rid of this tree. It was a heavy leaner, and I wanted to do it safely, and I wanted to control the cut. So let me go ahead and show you how I did that. So first of all, the natural direction of the tree, I'm going to try to just go around the tree to show you. It was almost this way right here, like that, towards the camera. And let me just show you from this angle what it looks like. I'm going to go over to this side and show you what that angle looks like. Right, show you there, like that. Okay. See that? And so yeah, that lean would have just taken this particular tree, if I cut it naturally, right into that guy right there. And so what I wanted to do is avoid that, obviously. And so yeah, I'll show you how I did it. So I used the Canadian cut. I believe it's called the Humboldt cut. And what they do is first create this horizontal cut, and the wedge is a horizontal cut with a diagonal cut to take out a wedge. And so it looks, I'm going to just show you off the angle, it looks like that. And so you take about a third of the material out of the tree, do a horizontal cut, and then you cut right above where like the tip of my thumb is here to create a hinge, and then the tree falls this direction of the wedge. Now, because this was such a heavy leaner, I'll show you from again. Sorry for all this rapid camera work, but it's necessary. You see where that wedge was? It was almost towards the direction of here, and now it didn't quite go that way because of the heavy lean, and that's the other reason why I wanted to show you this cut. Well, so the other problem I had was this particular tree, the sister tree right next to it, I didn't have clearance for my chainsaw to go in there. So I actually had to start a plunge cut this way and almost do that kind of Star Wars, you know, Jedi kind of plunge into here, and then take some material out of it. And the reason why I started here is because if I had just done a normal cut here like this, potentially because the lean was towards me this way, the tree could have bound the bar of my chainsaw, and then I would have been stuck, right? So I wanted to avoid that. So what I did was start here with the plunge, and then after the plunge was in, I slowly took a little bit more material off, and then I let the natural hinge of this particular type of cutting style to take effect and take the tree down. And you can see this is the hinge right here. it's a little bit more extreme than what it should be, just because of the amount of pull that this tree had, because naturally it wanted to fall right here towards me. And so you can use this particular cut, and I would say on a heavy leaner or leaner at all, you can probably redirect the tree maximum 90 degrees from where it wants to naturally go, or to be safe, let's just say 45 degrees. And that's kind of what I did here. I mean, I was hoping to go all the way 90, but it worked out pretty well. Like, let me just show you what I meant by that. This tree, I mean, it would have been better if it just landed right here, but it landed right here. Right there would have been a little bit better, but you know what? I was trying to make sure I cleared that tree over there. That's another orchard plant that I planted, and it did. Now I could have been a little bit more safer and gone a little bit more this way, but hey, it still worked out pretty well. And as you can see right here, the cut, I actually this side was where I had less of the holding material. This side is where I had more. And literally it just took a lot of that holding material as it fell over. And so I didn't complete the cut, because then it would have whipped, this tree would have whipped back to me. So yeah, I stopped the cut right there and took off backwards and made that cut happen. So yes, be careful, be safe on the homestead. If you have to do specialty cuts like this, practice on smaller trees like this before you go to really heavy kind of widowmaker type of trees. But even this tree was big enough that something like that could happen. So yes, be careful out there, and use these specialty cuts. Use wedges as often as you can. And I couldn't on this one because it's just the trunk diameter was just too small. But like I said, I used this kind of a lot of holding material method and a plunge method from this side to avoid this tree. Otherwise I would have just come in from here like that. I wouldn't have come down from here because, like I said, it could have potentially pinched the bar, but I ended up starting here. So that's it, guys. Shalom, and yeah, another tree cutting video.